Good afternoon. I'm continuing with the Bible Daily Dip of Jeremiah. We've reached chapter 26, part 3, Prophecies of Happiness, and A, Introduction, Jeremiah, the true prophet, arrest and trial of Jeremiah, chapter 26. At the beginning of the reign of Jehoiakim, son of Josiah, king of Judah, this word came to Jeremiah from Yahweh. Yahweh says this: stand in the court of the temple of Yahweh God. To all the people from the towns of Judah who come to worship in the temple of Yahweh, you will say everything I have ordered. You say, not omitting one syllable. Perhaps they will listen and each turn from his evil way. If so, I shall relent and not bring the disaster on them which I intend because of their misdeeds. Say to them, Yahweh says this: if you will not listen to me and follow my law, which I have given you, and pay attention to the words of my servants, the prophets, whom I have never tired of sending to you, although you have never paid attention, I shall treat this temple as I treated Shiloh, and make this city a curse for all the nations of the world. The priests and prophets and all the people heard Jeremiah say these words in the temple of Yahweh. When Jeremiah had finished saying everything that Yahweh had ordered him to say to all the people, the priests and prophets and all the people seized hold of him and said, you will die for this. Why have you made this prophecy in Yahweh's name? This temple will become like Shiloh, and this city become an uninhabited ruin. And the people all crowded in on Jeremiah in the temple of Yahweh. Hearing of this, the chief men of Judah came up from the royal palace to the temple of Yahweh and took their seats at the entry of the new gate of the temple of Yahweh. The priests and prophets then said to the chief men and all the people, this man deserves to die, since he has prophesied against this city, as you have heard with your own ears. Jeremiah, however, replied to all the chief men and all the people as follows: Yahweh himself sent me to prophesy against this temple and this city, all the things you have heard. So now, amend your behavior and actions. Listen to the voice of Yahweh your God, and Yahweh will relent about the disaster that he has decreed for you. For myself, I am, as you see, in your hands. Do whatever you please or think right with me. But be sure of this, that if you put me to death, you will be bringing innocent blood on yourselves, on this city and on its inhabitants, since Yahweh God has truly sent me to you to say all of this for you to hear. The chief men and all the people then said to the priests and prophets. This man does not deserve to die. He has spoken to us in the name of Yahweh, our God." And some of the country's elders rose to address all the assembled people. "Micah of Moresheth," they said, "who prophesied in the days of Hezekiah, king of Judah, had this to say to all the people of Judah. Yahweh Sabaoth says this: Zion will become plowland, Jerusalem a heap of rubble, and the Temple Mount a wooded height. Did Hezekiah, king of Judah, and all Judah put him to death for this? Did they not, rather fearing Yahweh, plead with him to such effect that Yahweh relented about the disaster which he had decreed for them? Are we now to burden our souls with such a crime? There was another man too, who used to prophesy in Yahweh's name, Uriah, son of Shemaiah, from Kiriath Jearim. He prophesied exactly the same things against this city and this country as Jeremiah. When King Jehoiakim with all his officers and all the chief men heard what he said, the king was determined to put him to death. On hearing this, Uriah took fright and fleeing escaped to Egypt. King Jehoiakim, however, sent Elnathan, son of Achbor, to Egypt with others, who brought Uriah back from Egypt and took him to King Jehoiakim, who had him put to the sword and his body thrown into the common burial ground. But Jeremiah had a protector in AHIKAM, son of Shaphan, so he was not handed over to the people to be put to death. That is the word of the Lord. Well, we wouldn't have all those chapters following, would we, if they'd killed him? We've still got more. Next one's 27. And the symbolic yoke and the message to the neighbouring kings would be the pamphlet for exiles. Okay. Next time. God bless you all.